Why would we make music outside? Corey, aren't we supposed to make music in studios? See, humans, ever since the beginning of us existing, we have made music outside. All you need is your hands and your voice. Ah, ooh, ah. Boom, there we are, we're making music outside. But I understand your questions because modern people like me, we make music on beat pads, we make electronic music, and there are some difficulties and some challenges to making music outside. But if you would like to go along with this journey with me, I would like to tell you the benefits, how, and why we would like to make music outside. For me, I love using the MPC Live 2. The MPC Live 2 is awesome because it's a portable outdoor music making powerhouse. It's basically everything that I need to make music all within this box. It's got a portable speaker, it's got all my synthesizers in here, it's a sampler, it's got a lithium-ion battery that's rechargeable. Now, if you're a beginner and you don't have the money to lay down on a device like this, I would suggest just make music on your computer. You can make music on your iPhone, you can make music on your iPad. Just get outside and start making music. And as I was saying before about my MPC Live 2, the fact that it has an internal speaker is great for me. I used to have music making setups where I would have to plug a Bluetooth speaker in, and that was actually a very difficult process because it's just another thing that can fail, another thing that can go wrong. Let's keep things simple and let's keep things minimalized. Everything you need in one box, now that's the beauty of a portable music making setup. What is golden hour? Golden hour is the magical time of day where there's not crazy bright sun, it's warm and soft and magical, and it is just a great time to make beats. Me making this video right now, I'm making it in golden hour. I feel great out here. I'm out here with these plants, we're connecting together, it's amazing. Now, if you're making beats in the middle of the day, it's gonna be a little harder because it's gonna be extra bright light and you're gonna be squinting, trying to get that view of your screen. If you have a screen on your music making device outside, try to think about the time of day that's gonna be most comfortable for you. You want to avoid rain, you want to avoid wind. These things are your gear's worst enemy. Think about where you're going, you know? Are you gonna have a table like this, a picnic table? Are you gonna have a seat to sit at? You know, are there gonna be lots of different people around? Is it gonna be really loud outside? Is it gonna be okay that you play your speaker? I ride my bike to and from work every day here in Seattle, and I am very grateful for where I live in Seattle because there are tons of parks. And whenever I'm biking around, I am always looking for different places, different nooks and crannies, thinking, where is that a good spot for me to make beats at? So I would suggest if you want to make beats outside, plan for when and where you're going to be making those beats. We definitely have to prepare and we should protect. So for me, every single night, I'm charging up my MPC Live 2 every night because I don't know when inspiration is going to hit me. And if my battery runs dead in the middle of me making beats, that's going to destroy my inspiration. That moment's going to be gone forever. I'm a professional and you're a professional too, and we always want to be making beats whenever we can because that's what professionals do. I've always got a little sack that I put my MPC Live 2 in before I put it into my backpack or my other hard case. I basically have bags within bags because I want to protect this gear. I want to be making beats outside as long as I possibly can, so we need to invest in proper bags. Don't be scared to communicate with people. Oftentimes when I'm making beats outside, it's kind of weird. Not everybody makes beats outside like we do, you know? And so when people see that, a lot of times they think that's really cool and they want to talk to me. So don't be scared, you know? Sometimes I'll be in the middle of making a beat and I'm like, I was making that beat, but it makes sense to talk to those people. Some of my greatest friends, some of my greatest collaborators have come from moments of me making beats outside. So it's really cool that you're making beats outside. So if people talk to you, don't be scared. Connect with them, tell them about your social media platforms. This is a great thing about getting out of our houses, connect with other people, it's amazing. All right, y'all, so we've talked about making beats. It's time to get into making a beat here today together. Yeah, so we're gonna start with the kick. Okay, that sounds tight. So now we're gonna hit with the clap. So. Yeah, that sounds tight to me. That sounds tight to me. So now we're gonna start with we're gonna do a hat, but we're gonna press shift, we're gonna press note repeat. See, now we got this nice beat repeat on there. So now we're gonna kick it out to 4 bars long. We're gonna add ourselves a little bit of variation in here. All right, let's keep it going, So, all right, we got this going. Start it out. Okay, I didn't press overdub that whole time, so this is part of making music live. Tight, yeah, that sounds tight. So one thing I find is a lot of people often, the hi-hat sounds too loud at the beginning, so I went ahead and lowered the sound of the hi-hat. Sounds pretty good to me. So now we're gonna cut in, now we got the bass sound. Here, the MPC, it has all these different types of scales you can play for the pads. The red is gonna be the root note. So I went ahead and I chose E pentatonic minor because I think that sounds super tight. So let's go ahead and let's just see how this sounds. Oh yeah, that's tight. Oh yeah, there we go, okay. So now I got this jitter lead. Okay, yeah, it sounds tight. So let's go ahead and overdub it. So we can go ahead and we can see how the notes look. It looks pretty good. I'm just gonna lower that sound a little bit. So now we have it's called like a pluck. You know, actually I don't like that jitter lead, so we're gonna erase it. That beginning to sound kind of weird, so. Yeah, that sounds more in sync with how the bass sounds, so. So now we have this grimy auto filter. I think it sounds really pretty, so let's check out how this sounds. Okay, all right, now we're rocking. So now we've got ourselves a synthesizer, and this is a poly synthesizer. So let's press play. And that's kind of loud, but let's just lower a little bit. So we have one more track that we can play. Let's go ahead and press the chords. They got these really cool chords. And this is gonna be the film track. So we're gonna press overdub. See, we're just looping all on 4 bars. So I think that actually sounds a little too high. So we're gonna erase that noise, and we're gonna go in and overdub it and see what we can get. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more controlled. So now's a really important part of the song, because you might be like a beginner to making music, and this was something I really struggled with whenever I first started making music, was like, why am I stacking so many different tracks on top of each other? What's the freaking point? The more tracks I stack, it still sucks, and I don't know how to make a whole entire song, Corey. Like, what the heck is going on? I hate my music. This is a great time, and this is a great thing about the MPC Live 2. So if you see here, if we go to mute, now we have 8 different tracks. So all of these different tracks that we've done, let's get rid of all of them. Let's go through to explain, like, there's that first track we made. Press this, track 2, that's the second one. That's track 3. Okay, all right. So see, we're just bringing things in like that. So this is really cool, because this is kind of like a non-linear way to look at something that could be really linear. So now I'm gonna try to go really fast to try to make a song, to make this video not too long. But what we're gonna do is, you see right here we have, this is the intro, and it's only 4 bars. But what we're gonna do is, we're gonna copy that. We're gonna call this verse A. Now this is the way that I structure songs. It's a very basic structure. I don't always structure songs this way, but it's a good thing to do for this video. And if you're starting out, it might be a good way. So let's go in, we're in intro, and just know, whatever we do in each little nodule will stay for that nodule and not for the whole song. And that'll allow us to build a complete beat. So let's go in here. And I think, yeah, I like this. It's kind of dreamy. I think it's a good intro. So now we'll go into verse A, and we're gonna double it twice. Well, actually, let's half it. And now we're here, let's copy this and call it chorus A. See, we gotta be planning. So we have chorus A, and we have verse A. So now we duplicate verse A, and that's everything on there, but we don't want everything. Let's go in and let's just do, oh, tight, yeah, that's a tight intro. Well, it's not an intro, it's a tight introduction to the verse, so I'm gonna press overdub, and at 8 bars we're gonna go. So I think that sounds pretty tight. So now let's go to chorus A. That's everything. You're like, whoa, that's really overwhelming. So let's turn some of these things off. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good. Maybe let's turn that off, make it more basic. We'll see how this sounds later. So now let's go back to verse A. What we want to do is we want to duplicate it and call it verse B. So then we're going to go into verse B, and we're going to create variation, right? So this is track 7, this is the poly, but we can go into the program, and let's check out the mixer, let's go to the cutoff, and let's go in and we press this. This is for the automation. So we go in the automation, just press play, it's in red. And this is a great way to build songs. Basically take really basic songs and turn them into something that's more So let's turn that off. That sounds pretty gosh darn good. So let's go to chorus A and let's duplicate that and turn that into chorus B. And let's go in and now we're gonna turn that hi-hat on. And now let's go in and turn this pad on. You can turn the volume down a little bit on that, make it sound good. And now, let's go into verse B and let's duplicate that and call it verse C. So now you're gonna have that automation from that last one on there, which is cool. And let's just go in here and turn this on. Cool, so now we're at a good point. Let's go to chorus B, but this time we're gonna call it bridge, okay? So now we go into bridge. And let's go into bridge, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep these 2 floaty ones in here. I think that's a good feeling for the bridge. So now we're gonna go in and it's gonna go to chorus B. But this time we're gonna call it chorus C and duplicate it. And now let's go over to chorus C. We're almost there. We're almost done with the whole song. Anyways, it's barely been 10 minutes. This is awesome. So now we're just gonna have everything. Cool. So let's just go in and let's call this last one ending. So we're gonna go into the ending. But with the ending, I say we just have I think that's a good ending. It's a nice mellow ending. Okay, so now we've basically laid out all these different 9 sequences in the MPC. This is why I love the MPC. I can make full entire songs outside. Super duper cool. So let's go in the song and you press insert. There's the intro. Now you go change that to verse A. We insert again, chorus A, verse B, chorus B, C, and then ending. Okay, so now if you, wait, I screwed something up because there's only 8 of them. So we have intro, verse A, verse B, chorus B, verse C, then bridge, then chorus C, then we insert another one, and we call that one ending. So it's actually really good to go in and check things out because sometimes that can be really confusing, you know? So I think that it's a good time for us to play this song back. But while we do this, I think it'll be awesome. I will videotape myself dancing in the garden. Thanks so much for checking out this music making adventure. If you thought this was awesome, if you vibed with it, feel free to subscribe to my channel. You know I got more music making adventures on the way. Don't forget, it's not just about the music, it's about the experience.